Hello, I am Sabah, here to share Parcham's work in changing the ill-informed, bigoted narratives of Muslims to a fact-based narrative towards creating empathy and solidarity. I'd like to start this presentation by thanking Alejandra, my partner in this project of Doing Things with Stories, for her kind introduction to Parcham, and to the DTWS team who put together this initiative. Islamophobia, the irrational fear of those considered followers of Islam, is a global phenomenon. The word Muslim brings to mind people capable of unimaginable cruelty and violence, uncouth men who subject their women in horrific ways, and many other degrading labels. In this presentation, I will share our strategies in challenging the narratives produced by Islamophobia to creating new narratives of Muslims as human beings who, like everyone else, aspire for a better life, for dignified work, for love, intimacy, respect. A repeated dose of negative reporting by media has cemented the stereotype of the Muslim. Seemingly benign representation to further stereotypes. For example, if one Googles Muslims, these are the images that show up. All hijabi women and skullcap wearing men. I thought probably Google's algorithm had Muslim equal religion, so I looked up Muslims at the workplace, Muslims in the park. The images remained similar except the setting changed to an office or park. What these images communicate to the world, including Muslims, is that this is how a Muslim looks. The hijab and skullcap are essential to the Muslim identity. This imagery reduces the Muslim identity to religion. News reports on Muslims are often related to terror, oftentimes reports of killing of Muslims justified in the name of addressing terror. In this zone of Islamophobic representation, for an alternative narrative to be heard, we needed to be loud. We needed to shock and get attention. And this is what we did.
Try me.
We decided on the strategy of football with adolescent Muslim girls because it was not expected of Muslim girls to play a sport, a team game in an open ground in a Muslim ghetto. We received immense media coverage for just playing. We ourselves were astounded by the scale of media interest in our initiative. The news about Mumbai, a Muslim ghetto, changed from this to this. As is always the case, there was quite a bit of background work towards this narrative change. An increasing number of Muslim women are taking on the wheel as an assertion of identity, as well as a belief that hijab is essential to their faith. Apart from playing football, we conducted multiple workshops with the girls discussing identity. Muslim, citizen of a secular country, woman, of caste, sexuality, ability, Islamophobia. Since the program was also a means to address hate between communities on account of the misconceptions they held about each other, we had Muslims and non-Muslims playing together on the same team. The negotiations at home for both were similar. Fighting against restrictions on being seen in a public space, restrictions on running around, wearing shorts. None had the right to fall in love. This would mean the end to education and probably an early marriage to someone chosen by the family. These discussions helped clear misconceptions they held about the other and bond over the commonality of their experience as young women in a patriarchal society. Alongside this work of building perspective, we engaged with families of the girls to ensure they had support at home. We especially reached out to mothers to build that support. We worked with community leaders, elected representatives to create an acceptance for this initiative of young women playing in an open ground. The football initiative also changed the perception of activism for young girls. In India, activism on Muslim issues has been limited to matrimonial rights, education of girls, and communal violence, all very important issues. This initiative asserts that Muslim girls are like any other. They love to play, they fall in love, they get heartbroken, they aspire for a better life. Some of them choose to follow all tenets of religion, others do not. Some choose not to believe in God. It also believed that activism with Muslim girls needed to be limited in a confined space. Another important ingredient to the narrative change was educating the outside world. We did this through research about Muslims in India, challenging the stereotype of the Muslim, as well as highlighting the commonality of women's oppression from patriarchy. All along, we used social media to speak about our work, to bring stories of young girls to the mainstream. We have footballers of Parcham Instagram post, each a story of the girls we train. Social media is a means to educate people about our politics and our work. This is the gist of our efforts towards changing the narrative around Muslim women's activism. I end with a quote by Nelson Mandela that inspires Parcham's work. If people can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. And change is always possible. My thanks to the partners who put together Doing Things with Stories, enabling the sharing of Parcham's work. A big thank you to Salma Ansari, also founder of Parcham, who helped edit this video. Thank you.